My child, if you love God, subscribe to this channel. Now, you may watch the video.
It was supposed to be just another day. But for one father, it became the worst day of his life. His name was Jairus. He wasn't poor. He wasn't unknown. He was respected. A leader in the synagogue. But none of that mattered now. His little daughter was dying. He had already tried everything. The best doctors. Every remedy. Every prayer he knew. Nothing worked. Then someone whispered, "Jesus is nearby." Without hesitation, Jairus ran. Not as a leader. Not as an important man. But simply as a desperate father. He fell at Jesus' feet, with tears running down his face. He begged, "Please come, my little daughter is dying." Jesus looked at him with compassion, and immediately began walking toward his house. Hope had finally arrived. Or so Jairus thought. The streets were crowded. People pushed. Everyone wanted to touch Jesus. The journey became slower and slower. Then suddenly, a messenger arrived. His face said everything. Before he even spoke, Jairus knew. The messenger whispered, "Don't bother the teacher anymore. Your daughter has died." Time stood still. The world felt silent. Every dream, every prayer, every hope seemed to disappear in one sentence. But before Jairus could speak, Jesus placed a gentle hand on his shoulder and quietly said, "Do not be afraid. Only believe." Those 4 words became the only thing holding Jairus together. When Jesus arrived, the house was filled with crying. Friends, family, neighbors. Everyone believed the story was over. Jesus looked around and calmly said, "She is not lost forever. She is sleeping." Some people laughed. Others shook their heads. They believed death had already won. Jesus asked everyone to leave the room. Only the parents and 3 disciples remained. The room became completely silent. Jesus walked to the little girl. He gently took her hand, then softly said, "Little girl, arise." In that very moment, her fingers moved. Her eyes opened. She took a deep breath, then she stood up and walked. The room exploded with tears. Not tears of grief, tears of overwhelming joy. Maybe today you're facing something that feels impossible. Maybe a broken relationship, a frightening diagnosis, a dream that seems dead, a prayer that feels unanswered. People may tell you it's over. There is no hope. Move on. But remember Jairus. Jesus never promised that life would be easy. But he repeatedly reminded people not to let fear replace faith. Sometimes we reach the end of what we can do. And that's where we discover that God is still at work. Whether your situation changes quickly or takes longer than you hoped, His presence remains. So don't let today's circumstances be the final word over your life. If you're choosing to trust Jesus today, comment, "Jesus, I will trust you." Red heart like this video. Share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe to God's daily reminder for daily stories that strengthen your faith. And remember, people believed the story had ended. Jesus reminded them that God still had the final word.